Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Josie's Point of View, where we focus on human interest stories from the Carolinas and beyond. Today it's Thursday and it's May the 2nd, 2024. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're new to my channel, I want to thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you find the information here to be informative. And if you're a returning viewer, by all means, thank you for coming back. I always say the tide changes so frequently on these YouTube streets. So you always have to acknowledge where your support comes from. And I want you to know I sincerely thank you for your support. Feel free to like and to share this video. And don't forget to subscribe. And our story today comes from Fort Liberty here in North Carolina. Take a look at the headline. And it reads, Fort Liberty Major guilty of trafficking guns to Garner. I'll provide you with a summary here, and as always, I'll place links to a few of the full articles in the description box. And this case was also prosecuted by the Department of Justice, the United States Attorney's Office for the Eastern District of North Carolina. And as you can see, the date of this reporting is April 29, 2024. Our video today just strategically follows the one from last week, and that's the one pictured here. And it's because it's all part of the same scheme. There's a common thread involving soldiers from Fort Liberty who are Ghana nationals and who have been engaged in a series of illegal acts from marriage scams to identity theft to money laundering to trafficking of guns. And this is an entire operation involving soldiers not only from Fort Liberty, but those from other military bases as well. And it's much bigger than I could have ever imagined. And this story feeds right into it because the key person of our topic today is also a national from Ghana. So today we're focusing on this 42-year-old Army Major. His name is Kojo Owosu Darte, assigned to Fort Liberty here in North Carolina. He was convicted by a grand jury on April 23rd on 5 firearm charges relating to trafficking of firearms overseas and a few additional charges as well. So let's take a few minutes to look at the evidence. Investigators say that Darte purchased 7 guns from a pawn shop and the military exchange right here in the Fort Liberty area. They say he conspired with a U.S. Army Staff Sergeant stationed at Fort Campbell in Kentucky, and that individual purchased 3 Glock 19 pistols from the Army Exchange there in Fort Campbell, and he shipped them to Darte here in North Carolina. Darte then purchased 50-round magazines and suppressors and hid them in blue barrels for shipment to Garner. They say he paid someone $300 to transport the barrels onto a container ship leaving out of the port of Baltimore headed to Garner. And it was in Garner where authorities found the weapons and alerted American authorities here. And what's scary about this is that these weapons actually made it into the country, and customs officials are the ones who retrieved them. And this first picture is an actual picture of the barrel and some of the contents, the guns that were inside. It should be noted that the guns were hidden under several bags of rice and other household goods. And here you have another picture showing the barrel, how it was wrapped, and the actual contents. It's a much better picture here. If you look at the back portion here, you will see some of the guns on display, and you can see the wrappers kind of showing you how the guns were wrapped up as they were inserted into the barrel. And again, this picture is courtesy the Department of Justice, the U.S. Attorney's Office in North Carolina here. They're the ones who prosecuted the case. But that was not all. In addition to the fact that he was caught transporting illegal firearms hidden in a barrel that reached Kenya, he was the one who alerted police to this ongoing marriage scheme involving soldiers at Fort Liberty and persons living in Garner. So they had, in addition, this was tied into another scheme that they had. It was reported that as many as 16 people were indicted in this illegal scheme, and I believe it was 16 soldiers, and I know some of them did in fact was convicted and went to jail. So in addition to the fact that he alerted police to this illegal marriage scheme, Darte was one of the witnesses at least one trial where the individual was convicted and he got some jail time. And it was stated that he lied about the testimony that he had given. And you know what I think? I think he probably lied about his involvement and he probably tried to minimize his role. But I have to say allegedly to that last statement because I don't know it to be factual. But it was stated that in preparation for the trial of one of the accused in this marriage scheme, Darty lied to law enforcement officials about his sexual relationship with one of the defense witnesses, and he also lied on the stand and under oath about that relationship. So he was not found to be a credible witness. They said he was a liar. And on April the 23rd, a federal grand jury found Darte guilty of the following: dealing in firearms without a license, delivering firearms without notice to the carrier, smuggling goods from the United States, illegally exporting firearms without a license, making false statements made to an agency of the United States, making false declarations before the court, and conspiracy. So his sentencing date is scheduled for July 29th, I believe, and he's facing up to 20 years in prison. But one thing I can tell you about this case is that the evidence don't lie. The evidence was there, couldn't deny it. The guns were there, and the guns were found after they made it into the country. But the one thing that I wondered, how many other shipments actually made it past customs? Obviously, customs in Kenya is doing an awesome job, but I'm sure they're not catching everything. They caught this one, but I wonder how many of them actually got away. Nonetheless, Duarte's been convicted. His sentencing date is scheduled for the end of July, and we'll try to stay on top of this and bring you updates as they become available. And that's all I have for you right now, but feel free to leave me a comment below and let me know what you think about this video. And by all means, feel free to like it and to share it. And if you haven't done so already, I want to invite you to subscribe to my channel by clicking on that red subscribe button. It's on the bottom right hand corner of your screen. And if you click on the bell that looks like just like this one, that's the notification bell. If you click on that notification bell, you'll be the first to know whenever a new video is uploaded. I thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.